Good morning, YouTube. Today, we're going to just give you an update on everything going on because there's a lot going on right now.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, this is my garage, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience. And I know a lot of you have been like, what about this? What about that? Give us an update on the 599, give us an update on this. So we're going to go through all the cars, give you an update on everything. We're going to talk about the business, and we're just going to talk about some of the stuff going on in my personal life because I know some of you care about that, even though, well, it's probably not as exciting as you think. So real quick, if you'd like to support us, which we really could use your help, please like, share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and go visit normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services for your car. Also go check out NG Supercars, that is our dealership website. Unfortunately right now, at this exact moment, we don't really have any inventory because, well, we just sold this car and we just sold 2 other cars on the hunt for cars, and we're going to talk about that in this video as well. Okay, so the first thing people are asking probably the most about is the status of the 599 conversion. Okay, so well, if you didn't know, I actually own a Ferrari 599, which I have not driven in, I'm gonna say about 1.75 years now. It's been a while. So obviously I would like to drive it again someday, and well, the hope is that we will have it converted fairly soon. I was at EAG just about a week ago now. They are in the process of taking the prototype parts and turning them into production parts. It's still kind of the prototype phase because once we get those production parts, we have to make sure they actually work. So they probably need to be revised. Potentially, at least a few of them will likely get revised. So that's going to happen. Hopefully that's going to happen this week or next week. That's the goal. So I was talking to Art and some of the other guys on the team and kind of getting their opinions of when will this happen. And I hope it'll be within the next few weeks. And so probably it's looking like sometime in April that car is going to drive. That will be wonderful and epic. And of course, once it actually is functioning, shortly after that, we're going to sell it because I want to get rid of that car. Not that I don't like that car, not that I don't want a manual 599, which I do. It's just that was the original plan and we're sticking to that plan. But of course, we're going to go drive it a little bit first. I mean, you have to, right? At this point, we're getting much, much closer. I've seen some of the prototype parts attached to the car, so we're hopeful that we'll get this thing going soon, pending any major hiccups, which, I mean, this is making parts from scratch. There are always hiccups. Okay, on to the Murcielago. So what's the status of the Murcielago? Well, so if you didn't know, that car is a little bit different. Yes, it's in our dealership, but I didn't use my money for that car. In fact, it's basically Fred and Carrie's car. They put in the money for it. It's their car. And from the start, they said, you know, we know this car is going to take a long time, and so we're not in a rush, and so that's kind of where we're at. It's not a rush. That car, we know, is just going to keep appreciating in value the longer they own it, so they're not really caring that we flip it fast. The catch with that car is that it needs a place to do the work. So the logistics of removing the engine transmission in order to get to the clutch is such that you have to put it on a lift and then you have to crane hoist out the engine and trans together. That presents a problem because we really don't want to do it at the Howard, partly because we don't want to take up the lift for that long, because theoretically once we do that, the car's going to be disabled for potentially a month, maybe even 2. That's my guess. And we could do it at Adams, but that's also a problem because the 355's there, which I guess that brings up the 355. What's the status on that? Well, so here's the beautiful thing about everything going on in the world today is that everything takes forever to do anything. Logistics are terrible. Everyone's backed up. So we have the engine totally apart and the heads are off to the machine shop and we're in the queue and the machine shop hasn't gotten to them yet. So we don't know. It could be a few weeks. They don't really know. They're very busy and we're in line. So at some point, the heads will get done. Also, we're going to pull out the cylinder liners. Josh bought a tool to remove the cylinder liners, so we're going to do that very soon, hopefully in the next week or 2, because we need to get those sent off so they can get recoated. So basically, those 2 cars are kind of in a holding pattern, and 355, we're at the mercy of someone else. There's nothing we can do to control that. It'll happen when it happens. As far as the Murcielago goes, again, once we kind of find a place to do it, we'll start getting more aggressive about it. Also, just like as a side note, we were waiting until after tax season as a courtesy to Kerry because of his job. He's a little bit busy right now and we didn't want to be bugging him. Hi, Kerry. So that's the status of those two cars. And of course, if you didn't know, the 355 is not our car. It's actually a customer's car. They gave it to us to do this work, and we're trying to get it done as quickly as we can. But yeah, it just, man, everything's hard right now. It's hard to get parts. It's hard to get things going. Well, what about the F430 that you see behind me? Well, yeah, it is sold. So this is not my car anymore. And you're probably thinking, well, then why the hell is it in your garage? Well, that's because we're going to do a bunch of work on this car. At the moment, we've ordered a shitload of parts. They are going to be shipped soon. We're just waiting for those parts. As soon as those parts arrive, we're gonna start digging into this car. We got a lot of work to do. So that's probably gonna take up quite a few videos once we start getting those parts. We're doing the valve cover gaskets. We're sending the valve covers off to get repainted. We're repainting the intake manifolds. We're gonna do engine mounts. We gotta fix the tail light. We have an airbag cover that's wrinkled. We have to fix the top, a bunch of stuff. This thing needs a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna do all of that, and a lot of it we're gonna do here in my garage. It's stuff that can be done in this garage. We don't necessarily need a full lift to do it. We're also installing a full IPE exhaust, which is going to sound awesome. So we're looking forward to all of that. Again, you can buy an IPE exhaust from us. Go visit normalguysupercar.com. Use the code NGS10. It'll hook you up with 10% off any IPE exhaust. So this car will probably, I'm hopeful that we'll start working on it this week. So you probably will see content on this fairly soon, because again, this we can kind of start on before the parts arrive, once we really know some ship dates. I don't want to have this car disabled for too long. So then what about the Superleggera? Well, the Superleggera is sold. It is currently not at the customer's house, so you might see it show up in a video too, and don't be like, I thought you sold it. It's sold, okay? We're arranging transportation. It's gonna take a little bit, so that will happen soon. So that car will be out of here, but it is effectively gone. It is not ours. Hooray, that car is done. And then on the Superleggera, of course, you know, we traded, the customer traded in a BMW 1M, and we're selling that. So that deal is happening at the same time. That car also needs to be shipped to us. Once it gets here, we might try and do a review on it if you guys would like to see that. I think it'd be a pretty cool car to review, so that might happen. And if not, well, anyway, it'll be here and then sold as soon as it's here. All right, for those of you that are diehard fans of the channel, you know that, well, we own a boat. That was actually a project boat, a Fountain 24 CS, and you might be wondering, what happened to the boat? Well, there's the seats for the boat. So I went out to the boat yesterday and I gutted the entire interior out of the boat. So the interior is getting sent off to get redone because, well, the leather, or I guess it's vinyl, the vinyl is in terrible shape. I mean, it's a 1995 boat. I don't know when the last time the vinyl was replaced. It's probably been 10, 15 years or something like that. A lot of the wood is rotten that holds the vinyl to the boat. So all that's being fixed. So I mean, I guess if you guys want to see the boat, we'll show the boat. I'm probably gonna show the boat either way, even if you don't want to see the boat. But I love that boat. I want to drive that boat some more. We're approaching boat season, so we need to get that boat done. That's hopefully going to happen in the next week or two. All of the interior parts are going off to Just Like New Interior, so Jay's going to get it set up and we'll get that boat taken care of. And then we're gonna go have some fun on the boat. All right, let's give you some updates on the companies. Gated 6 technically no longer exists. We're still using it as like a brand name. So the website gated6.com still exists, but basically it is now EAG USA. So it's European Auto Group USA. That is now the new company that's doing all the conversions. So what about the conversions? Well, at the moment, they're booked up. They're booked up hard. So if you want to get a conversion, it's gonna take a while. Go check out EAGUSA.com. You can get on their schedule, but I think they're booking out in June. So they're booked up quite a while, and that's for 430s and 360s. So the 599s, like we talked about a little bit ago, those are in prototyping phase. Those should hopefully be done soon. So once we get that done, that's gonna change things a bit. We're gonna obviously have some cool videos on the 599s. I wanna go out there once we're actually machining some parts and show you the CNC machine, cutting parts and stuff, because that's just cool. And I know you guys kind of want to see that, and I personally really want to see that. I've seen it making some parts, but I want to see it like when it's making a bunch of parts, and so that'll be exciting. So that company is doing well. We have a boatload of cars there. There's like 40 something cars there. We need to get those out of the door and off to the customers. So that's what's happening, is they're trying to get caught up. It's taken a while. Hopefully they'll get caught up and people that are in the queue can get their cars in there soon. So what about Normal Guy Supercar? Well, as you know, my company is doing, I guess, pretty good. Actually, believe it or not, February was the best month Normal Guy Supercars ever had. So thank you to all of you that bought stuff from us. That's awesome. It's super exciting. We're doing pretty good. You know, we've been selling more and more parts, and that's exciting for us because it's great to see the company growing, and we're trying to make people happy and hooking you guys up with 10% off wherever we can, and sometimes better deals than that. You know, if you want a custom quote, email us sales@normalguysupercar.com. We can try and find the parts for you if we don't have it listed on our website. Sorry, that's Mo. Mo apparently is sneezing. Good Lord, Mo. Along with that, don't forget we have the Colorado Devaluation Tour coming up in September 24th through October 1st. So if you want to join us, please go check out that. It's ngsc.me/NGS Tour. There you can sign up and join us for some amazing adventure coming up this year. It's only 9 slots, and I think there's only 4 or 5 slots available. So join us if you want to. Again, ngsc.me/NGS Tour. Well, what about NG Supercars, our dealership? As you heard, we basically have no inventory at the moment, so we're on the hunt for some cars. If you guys are looking to sell your car and you want someone to just buy it outright, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com, and we can talk and see if we can come up with the right price. At the moment, we have 2 car deals that we're trying to work on. We're actively talking to them, and we think we're going to buy these 2 cars. So I might as well kind of clue you in on what's potentially coming. We think we have a Ferrari F430 secured. Not like this one. It's basically a car that needs nothing, or hopefully it doesn't. So we're getting that checked out, and if it does need nothing and the price is right, that should be here soon. We're gonna have to have it shipped here. And then we're actually also talking to another person who's got a Ferrari 360, because I know a lot of you guys want a 360, and we think we have one that's totally sorted. In fact, it's undergoing its major right now. So I know that's like, oh, you guys won't be doing the major. I know. We want to do a major at some point on a 360, but we also want some cars that we can just make a little bit of money on. So that car we think we're gonna get as well, but that's gonna be a few more weeks because again, it's currently getting its major. So once they finish it, we'll look into buying it. So those are 2 cars we're interested in. There's a few others we've been looking at. We do want to get a Porsche soon, very soon. So if you see a good deal, or if you happen to sell or want to sell a Porsche at the right price, hit us up, sales@ngsupercars.com. Whatever happened to the auction site, the Garage Queen? Well, it still exists, but it's basically not doing anything anymore, so it kind of fizzled out. Unfortunately, I think it was a little bit more work than the 3 of us that were involved could provide to it. I couldn't dedicate myself to it, and neither could the other guys, and that kind of caused it to, well, it just fizzled out. So, and I know some people are gonna be like, oh my God, you guys like create so many businesses and they fail and blah, blah. That happens a lot in entrepreneurs, and it happens a lot with new businesses. You try things and they don't work, and you try something and it doesn't work, and then you try something and it does work. And some of you asked about how's the Howard after the fire. Well, it's okay. So the Howard side, it's fine. The other half of it, well, Richard's just kind of dealing with insurance stuff. It's a pain in the ass. So who knows? I don't know how long that's gonna take to get sorted. Probably months, that's my guess. Some people have asked, what about the move? So if you didn't know, we are moving. Yes, we sold this house and we bought a new house. We actually close on that, both houses. We close tomorrow. So I'm gonna be really busy tomorrow, doing a lot of paperwork, and this hand's gonna be really tired from signing stuff. That happens tomorrow, so at that point, that means this house will no longer be mine. I'll be renting it, and the other house will be mine, but the owner owns it right now, is renting it from us, and then we don't move in until May. So we've still got over a month to figure out moving situation stuff. So we have movers planned. I gotta start packing. We got a ton of shit. I mean, we've been here for 14 or 15 years. We've got a lot of crap to pack. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. But anyway, it's gonna be really exciting once we move, so we're looking forward to that tremendously. And I think that's gonna really help out us on the channel because we're gonna have a much bigger garage, and then eventually the plan is to build a garage. So that's my goal. I don't know how soon it'll happen once we move, because currently getting like building supplies and finding a contractor and getting the HOA approval and all that stuff's all gonna take a ton of time. So it'll probably be, my guess is like a year before we actually have the new garage built. But I'm gonna purpose make it for what we do. I'm super excited about that. I think it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna really help the channel out. And finally we'll have like the garage I really want. The garage that's already attached to the house has a 10-foot ceiling instead of this 8-foot ceiling. So we can actually put in a lift. I'm thinking about still doing these hexagon lights, which by the way, we have a crap load of these for sale right now. Go check out our website in the garage section, see if you need some of these. I'm also thinking about doing the Swiss tracks, although I might do a different pattern. And I haven't decided on the cabinets yet, but I'm gonna do some sort of cabinets. I might not do it in the current garage. I might wait for the new garage. And some of you are wondering, how's Meg? Well, she's adjusting to her new job, basically. I mean, that was a huge career change for her to go from being a social worker for her entire life to now helping out with the company. So she's still learning stuff and helping out and taking care of Ash. Also on that subject, Ash is doing wonderful. He is an amazing baby. He's healthy and happy, and we couldn't be more thankful. So that's awesome. And the most exciting part of my life, but I know you guys don't really get to see it, I'm not really going to show a lot of stuff about my kids. Sorry. I don't want to do that. That's not my thing. But anyway, I'm super excited. I'm enjoying being a father, and it's been wonderful. And finally, what about Mo? Well, there's Mo. How you doing, Mo? Oh, I woke you up. Sorry. Yeah, I know. This is a hard life being a Basset. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotta lay down. Yeah, I stuck my head up. Yeah. There you go. Mo is clearly doing A-okay. He is enjoying the fact that he is here. He's super excited about the new house because he's gonna have a giant backyard to go run around in. I think we're gonna probably get him a brother. What do you think? Once we move and get situated, maybe get a second Basset. Be pretty cool. All right, there you go. That's it. Lots of stuff going on. Like I said, a huge update. That's everything going on that you guys really care about. So if you guys want to support us, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell and go check out our websites, normalguysupercar.com and ngsupercars.com, or email us sales@normalguysupercar.com if you need a custom quote, or email us sales@ngsupercars.com if you have something about buying or selling a car and you want to talk to us. Oh, man, that was a lot of stuff. Thank you again to all of you who have supported us throughout all of this. Seriously, I can't tell you enough how much it means to us that you guys have made this possible. This is not possible without you, so thank you. Thank you so much. Truly. It's amazing. I can't believe this is still happening, so thank you. But that's going to do it. You guys are awesome. We're going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff, so you're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.
Oh, Mo. It's like, what are you doing? Hi, Mo. What you doing, Mo? Here, you want a good scratch? Oh, okay. Oh, that's good, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good scratch. You're a good boy. He's like, oh, please don't stop. There you go. Nice. Nice.